Hello everybody, it's Big Al with some more content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War. So, on this video, as you can see, I am not in my account. I'm in Xanox account. He is somebody that I met through Dome a couple seasons ago, and I'm going to be redoing his gear. This is going to be a little bit different because, well, there's really not much to change. And he's a whale, obviously, you'll see that with his gear. But when you're doing most of your gear improvements, you're not looking for a home run each time. You're just looking for small improvements so that you're always progressing every season. So, first off, let's take a look at his commanders. And I'm also going to explain why a couple things are the way they are. So, he runs Sauron, which, as you saw in one of my other videos, he used to run Gil, which is, as you can see, Respect 14, but we changed him to Sauron, and Xanox is loving it. So, we have Sauron as his tank. You have his Gandalf the White for support. And then he is running Dane and Bjorn. So, one of the things we set him up for was we were going to run agility on Dane. So we did this last season. Well, for this season. And the thought process was getting Dane to act before Gandalf the White, or his tank. And at that time, it was also Gil that we set this up. So, we wanted to try to direct the madness and the stuns away from Dane. So we wanted him to be farther up on the actions every round. So, is it worth skilling Dane for agility? No. Did it work? Kind of getting less stun and madness towards him? Yes, for a time. But we can do that with just using the woes hunters. So, with that being said, okay. We have Sauron here, and there's really nothing I can do to improve his gear at this time. Gandalf the White, same thing here. He has best in slot for him. He has some damage. He has the focus. He has some command. I will be giving him a little more hit points because I'll be able to refine his armor. Dane, pretty much all we're doing with Dane is we are going to change his set effects. So, that he'll be able to do more damage. And then same thing with Bjorn. I'm going to give him a little more hit points, and we are going to be changing out a couple of his set effects. So, first off, let's go into his items. And I'm going to go to just flawless so that you can see what all he has. So, it shows what's on people. And then, as you can see, I'll scroll through and you can see all of his extra gear. He does have quite a bit of extra gear. Now, some people are going to see this harp and they're going to know that that is for tanks. Well, yes, Sauron is the tank, but we also need agility on Sauron. When you're getting into the higher levels of competition, it is important to try to get your Sauron to act before the enemy Sauron. Okay? So, we're going to have to unequip a lot of gear. One thing I did want to show you is I want to show you what server he's in. He is in a server he's in Lame. You got Lame and Bear. You have Wind, Toby, Raw, Axed, Vikings. So as you can see, he's with some of the big boys. And if you take a look, you can see he is 78th in merit. So he is doing pretty well. So let's go ahead and start taking equipment off of people. I hope that he is in forts, so I don't need to take off Gandalf the White's or Sauron's gear. But I am going to also take a look at something about changing Dane a little bit, just so that we can get more a commander attack. And I'm going to see if it's worth it. So you're going to go through the thought process with me. And I don't need any of the purples because he has enough gold gear to make sure. I should have done this before, and I apologize. I want to get all gold gear off because I want all the options to be available. And I'm going to show you the process. Again, I apologize. I should have done this before I started the recording, but that's all right. So one of the things I'm going to talk also about is if anybody wants me to redo their gear, this is one way. He gave me his login so I can go in and do what I need to do freely. I know he was testing Curran earlier, but you don't have to give me the logins. You can just take a bunch of screenshots and send it to me, and I will absolutely help anyone and everyone. Okay, I think that's all. I don't think they're going to have any gold gear. Okay, so now, first and foremost, we're going to look and see what all he has in gold gear. Okay, everything is off everybody except for Gandalf the White and Sauron because I am not going to mess with them. So, like I said, as you can see, he has a lot. He has 10 elven hammers for me to work with. So that is great. I know a couple things that I am going to hammer down. So, you remember I said with Dane we are going to change set effects. So all of his gear is getting broken down. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with that. Let's see. Dane had the reach. And one of the reasons we're using the reach, by the way, is because he had enough to get it fully refined. If you check out the axe when it's fully refined does have better commander damage, but one, he doesn't have enough to do that. But with the reach, we got the maximum damage, and we also got a little bit of initiative so that he can act before other Danes. So now we break everything down. And it's kind of good that people are seeing a little bit more of what I do when I go through their account. It is not a quick thing. There is a process when you're kind of revamping the gear completely. So it looks like I gotta unlock this. I gotta unlock this. So we're gonna do the Herod cask. And then on Bjorn, his axe and his drums are going to stay. I am going to hammer down the massive breastplate because as you can see there is a bunch of breastplates in there. So we're going to get some extra HP on that as well. But there is one thing that I am going to try out. I am going to hammer down this Cask of Pride because as you can see on Bjorn, we're going to get some HP from the breastplate already. So I'm going to see about maybe putting the Cask of Pride on Dane as well. Just kind of to get him more attack. Because last season, like I said, we were going for agility to see on those things. So, let's go to commanders. Your first step is you are going to put the items on the commanders that you want. So, I know he's getting the X. Okay, so the recorder cut out, so I'm going to show you what I did. I put what I know was going on Bjorn. Now I went to Dane. I know what he's getting for the weapon and the accessory. And those are the most important slots for damage dealers. Okay. So one thing I'm throwing around, he had the Herod cask, But I am tempted to split up the Cask of Prides and put one on Dane to get him more commander attack. So we are going to do his helmet absolutely last. There's also something that I'm going to do. Let's see. Let me go back to the Cask of Prides. Okay, never mind. So I am not going to do that. I am going to put the Herod cask back on him, and I'm going to explain why. After I put on Bjorn's Cask of Pride, which I am going to put a Divide and Conquer. I want to get some defense on him. And then I'm also going to switch his breastplate over to Divide and Conquer to get the matching set effect. So these are the items that I'm going to be putting on his Bjorn and on his Dane. As you can see, I have the two-piece sets on the weapon and the accessory, and this is not something you need to do, but this is something extra that I'm throwing in there, because when I make my set effect, my gear, I want to be able to switch between commanders. I want to be able to match set effects if possible, even when I'm switching. So, as you can see here, I got the two-piece Perseverance on Bjorn, and then the two-piece Divide and Conquer. So if I wanted to, or if Xanox wants to later, he can test out putting the four-piece Perseverance set on Bjorn, and then he would have two-piece Might and two-piece Divide on Dane. So these are the couple things that I'm going to do. So let's get started. Now, this is all very tedious. So I think I said it in the last one before it cut out, but these are the things that I do when I go through people's gear. As it is very tedious. I will throw out a couple tips while I'm doing it. When you're doing refines, you want to use the items that definitely don't work for it. Like healing, or the upkeep doesn't really work for damage dealing commander, so I won't use that. Okay, another one is siege. I will use those first to refine. And then I will also do multiples. So I had multiple sharp blades. I had multiple evasion, so I will use that. And here we go to max it out. Okay. I don't know why I've been having so much trouble with my tablet lately. So upkeep. We'll do the stun. And I'm going to use the sharp blade. So he still has 4 extra reaches. So that's good. I'm going to refine the cask. And there we go. That is done being refined. So as I said, with the testing of the initiative on Dane, agility on Dane, it is definitely not worth it to use it. So I'm going to use the flay. And then we have the Palantir. Oh, what I was saying was, so the agility set does not really help Dane, so at least now we're going to be able to get some more damage output from him between the 5% from the might and then the perseverance, and which some people still don't realize. Perseverance and divide and conquer, both of those gear sets, they stack. So like with perseverance, it's an extra 1%. Well, at round 5, it's going to be an extra 5% damage. At round 10, it's going to be an extra 10% damage. Now, with divide and conquer, it's damage reduction. Now, let's go into Bjorn, and I am going to start refining his couple of things. And as I was saying, I'm going to use the ones that he has multiples of, or the ones that don't fit. So he had multiple thick armor. Upkeep doesn't fit what the helmet is. The helmet's for a physical damage dealer. And then let's see, what other ones does he have? Okay, I still got a double of thick. I have a double of Warcry. So I'm going to stop there because I want to make sure I have enough pieces. So I'm going to use Siege first. And then I'm also going to show you, look at the stats. As you can see, there's no focus here. It's commander attack, unit defense. This is actually a very, very good piece that I like on damage dealers to help them out. Because, again, it's going to give him a little extra attack in this slot. But it also gives some unit defense. There's nothing wrong with putting some unit defense on your damage dealers. So let me go up here, and one of the things I know I wanted to do was refine him a little bit. I am going to use both of them. Okay, so now we get to strengthening items for Dane and Bjorn. Okay, I'm going to go through and strengthen the reach first. So let's look through all of his items. Here, when you are doing items, you want to put the same items inside. And what I mean by that is, because I have, like right here, you can see I have 2 langs. I want to put both of those langs in the same item. And he has a lot of extra reach of the Riddermarks, which is good. I'm just going through and unlocking while I'm talking. That way I can go in and see exactly how many of each item he has. As you can see, he has a lot of cruel hooks too. So all of those will go into the same item. Okay, now let me go back and restart, so now that everything will be next to each other. So he's got two of the bow of the high elves, 2 langs. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hammers of Moria. He's got 4 reaches. He's got 3 Maddox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8 or 9? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, first I'm going to just go ahead and put the reach of the Riddermarks in there. And the reason I'm doing that is because he's not going to build another reach of the Riddermark for another commander. He's got 1 more reach. Next, let's see. know the cruel hooks will go in. Do I have anything that is 5? I have 5 of the hammers Moria. So I'm going to put the 2 Mirkwood Thorns in there. Now I'm going to put the 5 hammers of Moria in there. So those are all. Oh, there's 6. Okay, never mind on that. Do I have something that has 3? Okay, I'm going to put the 3 Maddox in there. And then I'm going to put 2 Bow of the High Elves. Now that he needs 8 of something, I am going to put the Cruel Hooks. That way, if he ever wants these Cruel Hooks, he can go back in and grab them. And I don't think... See, this is one thing I'm considering. Is, oh, he would have an extra Cruel Hook. If he wanted the Cruel Hooks, he could max out the damage. And I don't remember what maxed out would be. I wish there was a way to see. Not the stats, but the commander damage. I don't know what's going on. I can't count today. I'm going to put these hammers in there. Then he's got 2 more. The Sandclaw. I'm going to put the Nightfall and the Sandclaw because those are one-offs. Okay, so now we have that done. Now we're going to go through and do the 2 helmets. And this is the part that I hate. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go through and unlock everything. Okay, I went ahead and unlocked everything, so made that easier. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Swan Helms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 High Elf Helms. Okay, the Iron Bassinets are something that I recommend. That and the Easterling Helms, I do not like either one. I think those are great for using inside of relics. I'm going to put the War Helms in here. And make sure when you guys do this, you don't get lazy. Yes, I understand. Scrolling down after everything kind of is horrible, but it needs to be done. So, let's see. And then I said I had 8 of the High Elf Helms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the Swan Helms. Okay. So let's see. What do I want to put in here? I want to leave the call. I'm going to put the gray hat. Okay. We're good now. I'll put the Orcish Great Helms and the Chieftain's Gaze inside of there. And now we're going to do the Swan Helms. Okay. I'm sure some people, they're going to think that I overthink this sometimes. But I like to be thorough. I like to make it so later on it's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 of the Berserker's Gaze. I'll put that in there. The submerged cast, the call, the hair, they're all the extras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Okay, now I need 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Yep. And then we don't want to put the cask of prize. We don't want to use those casts to call Herod. Okay, so then I put 2 of the iron bassinets in there. Okay, now the helmets are done. And I still have 4 casks of the prize that I can use. Oh, I got 5 that I can use to refine again. Okay. Berserker's Raiment. First, we're going to do the worn. Okay, so now I need 3, 5, 8. So I need 16 total pieces. He's got 8 elven cloaks. 5 of those, 4 of those. Durance plates are nice. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're going to put the Warborns in there. And then he's got 8 of the elven cloaks. Let me just triple count. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 5 mithrils. He's got 4 plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got 9 ranger shrouds. Those will go in the next one. How many mithril coats did he have? Because there was one more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yep, we're going to go with the elven cloaks. I was thinking about leaving those out in case he wanted to use them, but that's what we're going to do. Okay. Now we go back to Bjorn. And we will put all the mithrils in there. We will put all the ranger shrouds in there. Mithril coat is another item that is not good. Commander defense is actually the least needed stat at this moment inside of this game. Okay, now let's go down to those ranger shrouds. And I need 4. He's got 5 of those. He's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trackers plates. He's got 5 Durance. He's got 4 plate of the Citadel. Perfect. Okay, so now we are done. We have Bjorn beefed up. We have Dane. Oh, I almost forgot to do the accessory. That would have been bad. So, I want to keep these harps out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 belts of the Citadel. Okay, those are going in. And people are going to start saying, well, you're not doing the doubles, set effects, or whatever first, or the siege. I don't need to because I know I'm putting every single one of these in there. How much bad luck do you have to get that many belts of the Citadel? So we need 8 things. I want to keep those harps out. Oh, box of knowledge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 boxes of the Citadel. Or box of knowledge. Wow. Nine harps. That I'm jealous of. Okay, let's just put the boxes in there. Now these I will pay attention to the set effects. Box of knowledge really isn't one that you're going to use, but you never know. Okay, agility. I'm going to put the flay, and I'm going to put the perseverance. Okay, so now his main army is done. We switched set effects. We did some extra refines on health. So let's go into the item bag and check out what gold he has left. Oh, filter. Okay, so as you can see, he still has quite a bit left. Okay. These casks are for refine. He needs one more. He needs 2 more calls, 2 more Herods. Good. Yeah, I'm going to refine this again. Yeah. And I can max refine it out if I want to. But I'm not sure if I want to. Because Bjorn's got, now he's got like 8,300 hit points, which is nice. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. So he has a couple extra. Okay. He's got 2 pipes. He could make actually he could make a decent tank. Not so much command, but you can get the Reckoning and max it out. Strengthening, you could do make a Cruel Hook for another damage dealer. You got Durn's plates, you got harps. So let me just double check a couple things. Pipe is maxed. He needs 3 there. He needs 1 more Herod cask. And he's got this Durn's plate up here too. Okay, so massive breastplates. He's got 2 more massive breastplates. I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. Okay, so my job is done. We changed out the set effects. We gave people some extra hit points with the refines. Let me go back in here, and I'm going to go through these 4 commanders. That way, I'm going to put the old gear, make a sticker of the old gear, and put it into play so you can see what it did have and what it has now. See, 184 commander attack. I think we're going to be okay. I think I'm going to advise him to put the Woes Hunters on Dane so he acts first. He has the Perseverance and the Might. He's getting a little bit extra attack out of that. I'm hoping next season we'll see what we can do, possibly giving him a Cask of Pride next season instead of the Herod Cask, and maybe putting a Durin's plate here. Because, let's see, the Durin's plates he has, set effect that would work would be the War Cry. And then here, if we went to the Cask of Prides, he does have the extra War Cry here, so I know that would match. Yeah, so I think we're going to test it out this season with this. And then after next season, we will possibly go to a Cask of Pride and a Durin's plate on Dane. One thing I was talking about was enhancing. Remember, I was talking about a couple that would be good for that. I'm not going to do it. I'm just showing you. The Iron Bassinet would be a good one to use out of what he has extra. And I think that would be... And to me, I don't like the Box of Knowledge, but that's my personal preference. So, that's a couple things we can see. Now we go to Bjorn. I'm going to put this on here for a couple seconds so I can put the extra, or put the sticker on of what it did have. And then there is Sauron that I didn't touch at all. So, yes, I know there was a lot of rambling in this video, but you saw what I did. Again, we're not swinging for the fences here. We're just trying to do minor improvements in what we're... Obviously, Dane will get more damage now that he has the Might and the Perseverance set. Bjorn has some more hit points. I think he's got an extra 500. So, as always, make the most out of what you got.